role is very important. A lot of books from my library and from my textbooks, and I used to also write a few stories and some poems, but it all got unnoticed, and I never realized that maybe that is my interest. And I began following a path that was expected of me out of my family expectations or society expectations. I kept following that, and then suddenly, after a long years that passed by, I tried to become a doctor. Then I studied microbiology in Pune, and then I did my MBA. I worked with 𝗕𝗶𝗱 and 𝗕𝗲𝘗, and then I took a little break from my career and I traveled abroad. I was in UK and USA for quite some time, for about 8 years. And after coming back to India, I tried to rediscover myself because my son had grew up and I had a lot of time to myself. So I thought I wanted to get back to doing what I'm best at, because if I have learned something, I should hone my skills and try to do best to my potential and do more than what homely responsibilities are.
So the initial writing which got unnoticed, was it some secret diary or something?
Yes, I would say so, although I lost it. When I'm going to the bed or early in the morning, and then suddenly I want to write, and then my family, they're like, what odd hours, why do you have to exhaust yourself so much? So I think best of the ideas, they choose odd hours. I mean, ma'am would correct me, but yes. No? Yeah. Yes, and creative juices, they mostly keep flowing because there are more distractions during the daytime or when you are doing a normal routine. So maybe you can't focus on them. Only when you have that alone time and you concentrate on your thoughts, or maybe in a meditative state, I would say, and that's when those ideas they pop up.
So it's not that now I'm going to write 9 to 11, this is my writing time. Today it could be 9 to 11, tomorrow it could be some odd hour, but maybe बैठूंगी और लिखूंगी. That doesn't happen.
No, following a discipline is good, but I don't think that way it works. You can create content. I mean, you can do content writing. You can assign hours to that. Okay, I'll write daily, like if I write columns or articles or any reviews or something like that, I can do that in an assigned time. Okay, I'll do that. But if it has to be a creative fiction or creative, completely original work, that has to have its own time, and it chooses its own hours.
Do you have any golden hours?
Well, like she said, yeah, alone time helps you get the ideas, but eventually you have to write a book. So I do 9 to 5. Okay. Yeah, because I always work with deadlines and I love the pressure, and I make sure that I treat it like a job, because otherwise I'll just keep flowing and keep writing, and I do unlimited drafts of the book, and it is a never-ending process. So to give myself a deadline, I work with a schedule, and I just stick by it. And then at that time, I'm the worst person to be around because no one should talk to me. The house is a mess. I have nothing to do with the outside world. It's just me and my fictitious world.
And no writer's block?
Well, lots of times.
Okay.
Yeah, but for me, I need to write with nature around me.
And that's when the role ends, and then the huge task, the mammoth task, begins after that. I used to think writing is the most difficult part, but I think that's the easiest part. After that, what comes, if you want a visibility, a space for your book in the market or in the audiences, that's how you get into the extensive part of it. But if you simply just want to creatively express yourself and leave it to that, then you can step back and peacefully sit, and then start writing something else.
I'll take a pause here. If anybody from the audience has any question for any of the panelists.
A set of readers who can connect to my work, and if they find that my work is positively changing their life in any way, even if a single reader reads my work and then they feel that their life has changed drastically and positively, I think that would be my legacy as a writer. And what next? Yes, I'm working on my book on autism, and
Also,
that would depend on the publishers and the entire process. But yes, we are on the path. And my books choose me more than me writing my books. So I don't know what's next. I'll just keep waiting.
lovely, lovely. Thank you.
I'm not happy with just changing one life. I want lots and lots and lakhs of readers to read my books forever. I want to be immortal. And I feel that, I want to be remembered as a gifted writer, who with ingenious plots. But also that through my writing, I try to change the world book by book, because I believe in love, peace, compassion. And they are the underlying themes of all my books, whether I write murder or whatever. The core theme is spreading love, peace, compassion. So I want to be known as that.
Through murder?
Through my books. Through my books.
Rashmi, what's next for you? And what do you known as?
One interesting project I have undertaken. Everybody probably knows about 𝗕𝗲𝗁𝗵𝗫, I hope. A Mahabharat-Kalin character. He wrote a book called as 𝗕𝗶𝗱. Null, so many thousands of years ago. That was in Sanskrit. Later on it was translated in English. It was translated in Hindi. Then it was translated in Marathi. There is a book written in 17th century that is by 𝗕𝗏𝗁𝗵𝗀 called as 𝗕𝗏𝗁.